Yo, what's good?
Hello.
I always forget the
Bonjour.
bonjour.
I
Yo,
am
ladies and gentlemen,
French.
welcome back to World's Finest. I have to apologize. It is pretty much my fault. We didn't do a show last night right after House of the Dragon. Football was on, man. I'm sorry. I'll
It's not
be
your
true.
fault. I was watching it too.
Oh, okay, there you go. We both watched it. But
It was Joy's
anyway,
fault.
Huh?
It was Joy's fault.
No, it was both ours. Like
Joyce,
our
Joyce,
collective
Joyce.
fault. So
I was
So you
praying
guys-
all day because it was the Lord's Day. So. Yep.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, yeah. So I did get to watch the episode like pretty much right after the game was done. I watched it or whatever, and we've all seen it. So this is what we do, man. We talk about House of the Dragon. This is the Throne Zone, and we'll be breaking down episode 5 of House of the Dragon, which was absolutely, incredible. Ridiculous, off the chain. Like there's so much things that happens in here. Just one quick question off rip before we even get into it. Like, how many times does Damon get banned from the realm before he just shows back up? Like, what's good, homies? Yo, drinks. All right,
Like,
man.
maybe they forgot.
Yeah. So obviously, look, we'll start at the beginning. The show starts off. You got you got Viserys and them going to damn it, what's his name? I'll be losing names, man.
Corlys.
Yeah.
Corlys' place
Valerian.
to his in Valeria, and to offer Rhaenyra's hand to his son, and they have a little discussion.
Wait,
I'll say
doesn't the episode begin with like Damon channeling his inner Kermit and killing his
Oh
wife?
yes.
Mhm.
Let's not forget about that. I did forget about yes. So the episode does start, and we get to see a brief glimpse. And they kind of, if you watch the little post episode making of
Mhm.
thing, they explain like, we wanted to show her, then murk her real quick. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But so they show his wife to who he is. I guess if you call Westeros, if you in Westeros, you call this term legally married to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's who he's, and she shows up and he's looking. I was like, first off, once she know who it was, I was like, it's Bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn around, gallop the fuck out of there. Because this dude, look how he showed up. He had a hood on. He looked like a dark character. He's just standing in the middle of a fucking rock road. He's just standing there. And she's like, oh, my husband. And I was like,
Yikes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was expecting her to be like super grotesque, because
Yeah.
he described her as like this ugly chick.
Yeah.
And then she strolls up on this horse and like she's not ugly. She's like
No.
like she reminds me of Arya.
She's
Like,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
she's
she
not
does.
ugly, but she's
Mhm.
not like what you'd think of when you think of like a princess of an area or something, But I liked how she was like older looking. You could tell that she had like gray hair and shit. So I was
Yeah.
like, dang, they must have been married for a while,
Yeah. Also with that is she had a look on her face. Like, I ain't about this nonsense.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Dude,
Like,
they
you know
haven't
what I'm
even
saying?
consummated their marriage, bro.
Yeah,
like, dang.
exactly.
He
Yeah,
really doesn't want nothing to do with her.
yeah, because his, we know his aspirations are way farther up. But so she comes up in there and it was like Meg just said, like she shows up like, oh shit, man. And then she says, like I said, she should have just fucking turned around and galloped. But
Yeah, as
she's
soon as
hard.
she saw who it was, she should have fucking bounced, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
But obviously she knows who it, she knew who it was, and she has obviously from just the first couple of lines, she has zero respect. Zero respect for Damon. Like, what are you here to do? We got some sheep that look better than me. You want to clap? You want to clap the sheep's cheeks? Like literally, she was like in him like that. I was like, oh,
She wanted nothing
man.
to do with that guy.
No.
Dude, I wouldn't either if he's been fucking trashing me everywhere. He called me the ugliest bitch alive, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, what are you doing?
He's also fucking common horse, so there's that.
Yeah. You have all of that in a row. So like, and look, some of the if you guys haven't watched some of the behind the scenes shit that plays after episodes of Game of Thrones or whatever, they give a lot of knowledge as far as, especially with this series, is they said it for them it's better than the original series because a lot of stuff is put in these books, and it's a lot of stuff isn't explained. They just say moments happen and they don't explain.
Yeah.
So
There's
it's
not a
cool.
whole lot of elaboration on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can take that particular scene and do what the fuck they want with it. Like
Which
there's
is what they did, which was cool because they
Yeah.
were saying how like in the book it says that she falls off her horse and like bashes her neck and skull in.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
like, well, we took that as Damon fucking kills her.
smashed her fucking dome.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I thought was cool, you know. I like it when it doesn't necessarily like change the source material, but it adds to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's a
So
layer of
who's
depth
here?
there.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up? Hey, all is good,
What
man. All is good.
up?
We're talking some game, talking some House of the Dragon here. Ryan, what's good, man? What's
What's
up?
up,
What's
Ryan?
up? He said, I really like Rhea in the short time we had. Hey, man.
Yeah, dude, she was a
Yeah.
bad bitch.
Mhm.
Emphasis on was. She's no longer alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love how she reached though. She's like, I keep that thing on me.
Yeah, she's
then-
like, bitch, let's play.
And then just immediately he just rushed the horse. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah,
why you-
dude,
that's why you
Damon's
back
a
out the-
fucking crazy. He rushed
Yeah.
a horse. He had no weapon on him, and he rushed a chick on a horse
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
a fucking bow and arrow right next to her.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like-
I am eager to see, among a lot of things, once this season is done and once we start getting into things like, like award season and things of that nature when it comes to these type of shows. Because, Matt Smith is killing it, man.
Yeah.
And look, I remember saying it. I remember it before last episode when he stormed us, or was it episode 3 when he stormed the crab?
was 3.
It was 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and murked him and shit. I was like, I was thinking he's gonna be a punk bitch. But now I'm thinking, they've written him in such a way where he is dope. The way he shows up at it's not even the wedding, it's just the precursor to the wedding. He shows up there like
Do you
yeah.
notice?
Yeah.
When Alicent walks in, he's the only person that doesn't stand up for her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he's just
Yep.
chilling, dude.
Yeah, he is.
I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we saw what happened at the beginning right there, and then obviously, he picks up the rock and they cut away, and then they go to some other scenes or whatever.
Yeah, they
Which
cut
is,
they cut to a fish getting better.
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
his fucking dopey.
Mhm.
It reminded me of the cut they had in, I think it was season 7, the grayscale one. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was either 7 or 6, but yes, he went to
Yeah.
put the knife into damn it,
Jorah.
Jorah's in his flesh to try to peel it off, and then
And it
just
goes right
shows
to a
hot,
pie.
and then you see hot pie, like, hey yo, I brought you another fucking.
That's what it reminded me of. I was like,
Yeah.
that's
But it
disgusting.
does, it goes right into it, and that's the scene where Arya comes in there and she's like, he's like, no, man. Your brother got Winterfell back, Battle of the Bastards. He fucking kicked ass. And she was
Yeah.
like, "What?" So I shall journey to fucking King's Landing or to Winterfell or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we see that happen, and then obviously it opens up with them on the ship at whatever, and Viserys. I love Viserys, man. I know there's a lot of decisions he's made in the show, which is someone been fired when he picked Rhaenyra to be his heir and things of that nature. But I just, it feels almost as if Viserys is just, we all know he's gonna die. Let's make no mistake about it. But like, it's almost like, is he gonna die?
Bro, his arm straight up looked like someone put fucking a bunch of ground fucking turkey on it.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
Yeah,
I
he's
couldn't
gonna
stop looking at it, dude.
he's gonna be like Satan from Little Nicky by the time the show's over, where it's just like a mouth or whatever.
Nah,
Ew.
but he.
I mean,
Look,
if
Go ahead.
you saw, not to jump too far ahead, but like if you saw the trailer for episode 6,
Yeah.
dude looks like the old ragged woman from Doctor Sleep in The Shining.
Well, it's like I think it's a 10-year time jump in the next
Yeah.
episode. And I'm like,
Mhm.
how is he still alive in 10 years?
They're gonna weekend at Bernie's him.
Yeah, man, he's just gonna be. He's got like strings on both elbows. Nah, but so what it obviously when we see it jumps to and Viserys is coming to see damn it,
Corliss.
Corliss, yes,
Valerian.
come to Corliss, and he wants to, he's telling him, yo, I got a proposal for you. Let's do this thing. and Corliss in Corliss fashion is like, let me get some particulars. And I was like, oh, and all the whole time, Viserys is coughing his lungs up the entire fucking time.
Well, bro, what a power move to make him walk all the way to you when you know he's sick as fuck. And then his cousin goes to shake his hand, and she's like, "Where the fuck are your fingers at?"
And then she's also like, ugh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're kind of sickly. And plus, she saw the obviously the arm that has the shit on it. There's like a little bit of red hanging out underneath his clothes. Like not red like the stuff.
Fucking raw
it's just,
meat
he has another
point.
layer of another layer of whatever you want to call it on that arm. So that
dude, the first we see of him in this episode, he's like literally puking over the side of the boat.
Yeah, that was.
And it's like, all right, man, you're not really fooling anybody at this point.
You're done.
Damn, they made him fucking walk all the way up there.
And they got there, and obviously his new hand, you know what I'm saying? New hand to the king. That's what he's like, where's Corliss? Is he supposed to meet his king? And whatever. And fucking they were just like, he just got back from a long journey, homie. He'll be here in a second. I was like, oh. Like, you know,
to go to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is like, I feel like Viserys is like, I don't know, he's not that bad of a dude, I don't think. So I don't know why everyone is kind of like a dick to. I mean, I get it, he's the king, you know, but like I saw someone tweet this and it was like perfect, but I don't know the word, like 100% the wording. It was just like, he's just like a nice dude, like trying to have like these nice moments, like have peaceful times, and every time he tries to do something, it gets fucked so bad.
Yeah,
like he can't even have a wedding and it go smoothly. Like somebody dies.
Well, that's Game of Thrones. Yeah,
that's true. Have you guys seen
literally everything he tries to do? It gets fucked.
And he kind of, you know, like not a perfect comparison, but he kind of reminds me of like Robert Baratheon. To where just like he's not, I don't know, like he's not a great person, but like he's also not like a piece of shit like everybody that's surrounding him is.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Also with Robert Baratheon, Robert was clapping cheeks, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think Viserys. He
said he only slipped up one time when he was married.
He can barely clap his hands, let alone clap his
hands. So Phil, what were you gonna say earlier? Go ahead.
Did you guys see the picture that they threw up after the episode? Or I don't know, it made the rounds on Twitter. But it's that picture of Ben Affleck smoking a cigarette, but he's got Viserys like looking like Viserys, and it's like Viserys after every single episode.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck. Can I get ahead? No, I can't because my left arm looks like it's made out of turkey meat. So there's and I take that from Meg. She said it looks like some cold cuts, dude. Man. His arm looked like some cold cuts, man.
Some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts.
Tucker and cold cuts.
Oh man. So Ryan said, so you got hey man, looking forward to it.
Nice.
Looking forward to it. Nice. Rhea was good. Rhea couldn't make it this evening, but hey, appreciate the love for sure. So we have this happen, and it kind of goes off without a hitch, but then as I was watching it, like I said, I didn't see it live, so I watched it a couple hours later, and my wife were in there watching it, and as soon as Viserys is like, no, I don't need a chair. If everything's done here, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. So he bounces from his chambers, and then his wife says, "What do we do about his?" Did they call it a condition? What they call it? They call it something.
I don't remember.
As soon as they said the word, my wife's like, "Oh, he getting his cheeks flat." Like she already knew. like I know what they're meaning. He's not of the. He's not looking for a lady friend. He's looking for a dude. And I was like,
it's not in his nature. Or something like
right.
That.
Yes,
it's not this. Yep, it's not this nature. So as soon as I was like. Yep.
Yeah, I
gotta
admit,
as soon as they were talking about like, she's like, "Oh, I prefer the taste of goose to duck or whatever." I was like, "Oh yeah, bro likes guys."
Yeah, it took me a minute to catch on to that. Actually, it took me quite a minute to catch on to that because when his mother is talking about his nature, I'm sitting here thinking, well, maybe he's like Damon and he goes to like
whorehouse
or whatever. But then they show him with his guard, and I was like, oh. that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Okay, gears are starting to turn. For sure.
Yeah. It's guard. Yeah. So obviously we saw what happened there, and you know, so they get they're getting the wedding together. They're you know what I'm saying, getting things together. And look, the show, I have to say that after it, you know, and I've already said this before, like I think the pace is pretty good. You know, after this episode, I admire the pace a lot because there's and they've probably learned, not saying, look, the first season of Game of Thrones is absolute fire.
Mhm.
The original series, the first season, give me that shit is so dope, and it's so slow, and it builds to such a thing that it's just like, how did they do that you know what I'm saying? It's so good. But with this show, I understand why the pace has to be where it is. You can't really slow it down to a certain thing, because I'm sure they're trying to get it done in a certain number of seasons and things of that nature. So like the time that's moving when obviously they get the marriage together and it comes back, you know, to King's Landing and shit like that. It was like, remember when he first steps off, and obviously, you know, Viserys is fucking,
he falls.
Yeah. And then Alicent kind of moves towards him. Then she's like, nah, motherfucker. And that's skipping ahead. Let's talk about the sleazy cat with the cane in the motherfucking tree yard, bro.
Yeah.
What is that? Who is that dude?
Yeah.
That is the new Hand's son.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
And this is directly after Otto Hightower basically tells his daughter, like, look, either you bend the knee to Rhaenyra and sacrifice your children, or you build your children up to be the heirs of the Iron Throne. Make your choice, Alicent. You are on your own now.
Yeah.
Well, you remember last week when we were talking about, I wonder what that conversation was between her and Viserys? I think she mentioned or like alluded to she was the one that kind of also had a hand in getting him out of there, because she says something along the lines of like, I didn't mean for it to happen like this, or I didn't mean it to go like this. And I was just like, okay. And you know, because she like believed Rhaenyra and all that stuff.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Yes, we'll talk about that in a real minute, for real. Lewis calls, hey guys, make happy mess out of Dragons, a real fire, man. I'm fucking loving it. It's
dude, it's so good.
I remember before I let you keep going. I remember once the episode was done, my wife looked at me. She said, "This is so good." Like, it's like, you know, and she was one of the ones that she didn't start watching Game of Thrones until like season 5 was done. And then I got her caught up, and we watched the last few seasons together. But so keep going. What you were saying?
Oh no, I was just saying. I really think that that she was alluding to that conversation that her and Viserys had, because, I mean, I can't think of anything else really that she would have done.
And he knew, and she hit him with a hardcore, she hit him with a fastball in that discussion too. She was like, well, if you weren't so hard pressed to have Aegon be the king, and he was like, oh, and that's when he came to her, got real close, and they had like a personal conversation as father and daughter or whatever. Because like she was telling the truth too. She was like, if you hadn't been so fucking cunning and trying to get Aegon to be king, you might still be fucking Hand, and we might still be able to. But he was, you know, headstrong or whatever. Let's see. There's
dude.
Yo, he won.
Yeah, true. Starting to give off some vibes. Yeah.
What does he say to her at the end of that scene? It was like, he's like, well, then it's a good thing that nothing.
Because he was worried that the princess was sick.
Yeah.
Because the tea was delivered, and she tells him, oh well, she's traveling with the king right now, so she's fine. And he's like, well, I'm glad, you know, everything's going well. I don't remember exactly. But
it was pretty much like she was looking away, but he was shooting her that look of just like, I know your shit. I know.
She almost bounced from that conversation until he said the tea, and she was like, "Say again." What'd you just say? And I was like, God damn it, this is a sleazy.
Orders of the king too, and she didn't know about that shit, dog.
And it's fucked up because in that particular scene, where what she's doing before that, and all of a sudden, you know how Game of Thrones does. You have a character in they're in their moment, and the camera will pan, and there'll be a fucker behind them just standing there. And it was that dude with his cane. He's like,
yo, he was just sniffing those fucking flowers.
Oh man, what the fuck? And it automatically just strikes me as like, that's one of them guys. Like I said, we're some thronies. We've been watching Game of Thrones for a long time. We know when those dudes slither their way into the narrative and things of that nature. So it was just like, God damn.
Well, it's funny because like his dad seems like a pretty upstanding dude, you know, like out of everyone that was on the court, I feel like he was the one that was actually there for like the good of helping and not like his own self-interests. So it's funny as fuck that his kid is like Littlefinger, you know.
These rumors I heard. I'm gonna tell you about these rumors. And I was like, yo, but and then we were saying that when Sarah's got back, he failed. She acted like she wanted to give a fuck, but then she was like, nah, you lied to me, motherfucker, or whatever the case. Which
you good?
This is the scene that really had me like that. The hair on the back of my neck standing up. You know, you have Kristen Cole's walking up the stairs. He's like, yo, you've been summoned, bro. He's like, I just left the queen, or I just left her, you know, the princess a few minutes ago. He's like, no, not by the princess, by the queen. I was like, oh, shit.
He was like, gulp.
She knows what she did.
Yeah, dude, it was so. And that entire scene in her chambers was so fine. It was so well written, so well shot, and both the actors are absolutely incredible in that because they needed to purvey something. And what it was obviously Allison's the actress who plays her needs to show that she realized, oh shit, it wasn't Damon. But she still lied to me because somebody else clapped them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like while she said nobody clapped them cheeks, yes, it wasn't Damon, but it was this guy. And now this dude's in front of her, like, yo, I'll just sentence me to death. You know what I'm saying? Give me the honorable death or whatever the fuck he says to her. What you guys think about that? Like, that's a tense fucking scene, man.
It was, because as soon as he like confirmed her rumor or whatever, I was like, no, because now she's gonna fucking and then he's like, oh, it was me, and I was like, what?
Yeah, he didn't even let her finish her accusation. He's like, I did it.
It was me.
Yeah, because it was me. I broke my oath. I clapped them cheeks.
But I thought that he wasn't gonna like say that because you know the scene, she goes like, he confirms it that something happened that night with somebody in Rhaenyra. Yeah. And I was like, oh fuck, this is where the fucking scene's gonna end. And she's gonna like this. I did exactly how I was. I was like, no, fuck. And then he's like, yeah, it was me. And I was like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know, leading into that, it kind of going back a little bit before that scene happens when Rhaenyra is on her way back to King's Landing and Sir Cole is like, you know, I want to talk to you in regards to how you feel about the situation. She tells him in essence, like, I understand what I told you and how I feel, but that doesn't at all.
True.
Got dragon whipped.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
That is true. But that still doesn't at all absolve me of my you know, family duties. Like I am by law, by Westorian law, to do what is asked of me, and I have to marry my cousin. And so Cole's basically just like, so what? I'm your whore now?
Yeah. Which I think it's so cool to see the flip of that. Like, so often we just see these lords have as many chicks as they want, you know, and regardless of the women's feelings.
Tyrion with what's her name in Game of Thrones? Yeah.
So like, regardless of like the women's feelings in it at all, you know, and we finally get to see like this handsome dude get the same treatment. Night. And it's like pretty funny to see it on the opposite side because you just, I don't know, I didn't expect that at all, you know. And I don't know, it's cool to see, and it was funny as fuck when he's like, so what am I to be, your whore? Hell yeah, bitch.
It's I
had to get a nut.
Yeah.
I was like, yo. And it's and look, once, like, I thought this would happen when the scene took place in the last episode, but then once you move forward to this one and she's standing on the bow, you know, on the boat, and she's looking out, and he approaches. I was like, like something in the back of my head was like, he's head over heels right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, he is done.
He's like, so what are we?
Yeah, seriously.
Right, yeah.
Basically, he does that, and he says, "Let's just go away." And
I'm gonna marry my cousin, and he's like, without me.
Without me? Bro, but the funny thing is he's all like, yeah, we can go to fucking Essos and just, get married. And even though,
and all that,
like, dude, I don't know if you noticed, but Targaryens are like the most recognizable people in your whole fucking lore.
Right.
So that, unless you're gonna shave her head, I don't know what you're gonna do.
And she's also totally just like, oh no, it's cool. I'm gonna marry my cousin, but we have an agreement. I can still fuck you. And it's like, that doesn't sound as good as you think it sounded coming out of your mouth.
Yeah,
and
for her it does. For her it does.
Right.
But for him,
But it just shows her like how naive she is, like she's like getting thrown into this like political world, and it's like, well, if my cousin my uncle can have as many chicks as he wants, why can't I? On the flip side of it. So she's just like, I feel like she's trying to find her own way, and like she's like, yeah, I'm gonna be the fucking queen, so I should be able to do what I want. But coming from a woman, people don't expect it. So like Kristen's like, what?
Well, also the problem with that is she's not quite queen. She's the heir. She's the heir. She hasn't quite ascended the throne yet, too. So that thinking kind of clouds her judgment in a way too, which as we've seen the results of that.
So obviously, and look, the conversation she has with the dude she's supposed to marry was pretty dope, because they laid it out, and I was like, you guys are smart. You're some smart young kids. You guys, they knew exactly, because obviously dude knew I like to get my cheeks clapped. You like to clap other cheeks. Let's get married and get the benefits of said marriage, but we'll also fucking branch out. And we'll talk about something a bit, because the preview for the second half of the season, I saw something in there that I was fucking howling laughing at when we got.
Oh, well, all her kids have fucking brown hair.
You can get away with that one time. You can't get away with it three
times.
And she's like, there's three fucking. I was like, okay, relax, Rhaenyra, for sure. Unless you're just like, yo, I'm burning the whole thing to the ground or whatever. But so obviously, go ahead.
Now we see where Cersei Lannister kind of picked her history from.
Hey. Hey, bro, let me tell you, that shit was that
because none of the Baratheon kids had brown hair.
Yeah. As far as like this show has gone, and like the teasers they give after each episode for the next one or whatever, this was by far the best one. And like I said, we'll get to it in just a second once we get to that part. But obviously, everything happens, and then they get to the actual thing, which is not even the wedding. First off, the first thing noticed, and it's not off topic, but it kind of, I'm like, yo, I don't want to get married in Westeros at all if I have to dance for 7 fucking hours. I was like, yo, what the fuck are they doing? Like, I understood the first dance, and they kept dancing. I was like, there's 30 minutes gone by in this episode. They're still dancing. I'd never want to get married in Westeros. Fucking just cut my head off real quick. But obviously we saw what happened. She and look, man, Alicent fucking came in there, gangster.
Mid-speech, bro.
Yes, mid-speech. King giving his speech as far as uniting these houses after so long. She steps in there, and it was cool to hear her talk afterwards. And like I said, if you've seen the post thing, she said it was so cool to see Alicent get her dues with all eyes on her as the queen. And that shit was dope. She walked in that bitch. He shut the fuck up. Everybody else shut the fuck up. It was like, oh shit. She just walked in this bitch. And obviously you saw the little teaser thing with the 2 dudes on the side where he was like, her house, Hightower house, when they go to war, they turn their flags to green. And obviously she came in there greened up.
We're wearing green, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yes, it was dope. It was dope as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So she obviously stepped in there like, yo, I obviously know that my husband has fucked with me on some shit. Rhaenyra lied to me. yo, let's fucking go. And she just walked in there and took care of her business, man.
Yeah. And she said, she was like, congratulations. This is such a blessing. And like, look, she like glanced at
She's like, congratulations, stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said stepdaughter. That was the best part of it. She said, correct. I was like, ooh.
Well, you know, like there was a whole lot of tension in that room to begin with. The moment Damon walked in, and then Allison came in, interrupted his speech and everything, and then you also get Sir Kristen Cole, who's sitting there just looking dirty at everything because he's just so frustrated by the entirety of that situation. He doesn't even want to be there. And then to top it off, like, you know, what is Corliss's son's name?
Fuck. I think it starts with an L.
Leon.
I don't know.
Ryan will know. I'm sure Ryan will pop in the chat here with the second name. It's Larry.
Valerian.
His name's Larry.
Larry Valerian. But like there's just
Harry and Larry Valerian.
Yes.
Lenore.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you. Yes, Lenore.
Thank you, Ryan.
I thought it was Larry.
It was close. You could probably shorten it to
Larry.
That's Larry. Larry would be perfect because we'll always remember who we're talking about, man.
But like
Bob was good, homie was good, man. Yes, Matt Smith is that's his performance in this show is it's I wish I could like read the script when he was given. He is killing it, and it's so awkward, but it's even when he steps out earlier, we were talking about like when his wife rides around the corner, he's standing there in the hood. Why does he look so creepy in the hood?
It's because he was like all hunched over and stuff. I was like,
yeah, and the hood sits this far up on top of his head. It's like there's a lot of space in there. I was like, yo, is his hair?
I wish I had my jacket because I do that right now.
Yeah, it's so fucking but he's still terrifying and what he does.
Fuck it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my jacket just so y'all can get a good look.
He's had two great villain roles this year. Damon and I can't remember his name from Morbius.
No,
he was Dracula or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He's doing I'll find the name. Finally, let me know. But he's doing a phenomenal job. But like I was saying, so do you have the thing start? Obviously, he starts giving a speech. His wife shows up. She comes up, little cheek kisses or whatever. And then, like, once the shit calms down, they go to this dance. And like I said, it's just long. It's just a long dance. It was long enough to where after a while, Damon could get involved in it. And that's where shit kind of went sideways. But before that, the dude who's the cousin of his old wife who fucking he smashed, that dude, I was like, is he gonna fucking? Cause he stepped up. He was talking to Damon, then he stepped up onto the thing. I was like,
making accusations at a wedding in front of the king, bro.
And he cut off the hand, didn't he?
I think someone was. Yeah,
the hand started to speak and he cut him off. Yeah. And I was thinking the whole time,
like, move.
And I was like, what's he gonna? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the king looked like what you're saying is probably true because my brother's a douche.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
It looks more like 11 from Stranger Things.
Oh, hater.
Oh man.
No, but he just it looked as though like once he Phil, we've gotten to the part where the cousin of of Damon's wife has come up onto the he didn't just say shit to him, he stepped up onto the entire fucking royal pyre and he was just like, yo,
I'm making an accusation.
Yeah. And that shit was but I'm saying the king looked like he's probably right. I ain't getting in this shit because he's probably right. My brother's a douche, and he just fucking whatever happened up there.
Like, that's crazy. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said, that was he said the direction for that whole scene was pretty. That shit was like from the moment that started, the entire wedding scene. I'm like, I've seen a wedding on Game of Thrones before that ended it very, very badly for my wanting. What's going to happen here? And obviously, and Sir, he couldn't handle it, man. Especially, hold on, let me see if I can find his name. The one Rhaenyra is supposed to marry, her boyfriend was his Needham. Larry Strong. Let's see. Is that him? Shit, I can't tell. Oh no, that's
who Larry?
that's
Larry's boyfriend?
Yeah,
Joffrey something.
Joffrey.
Yeah. That's right.
Or something like that.
Bro, he was like all up it. First off, chill, bro. He went up to Sir Kristen Cole. And he was like, "Yo, I know all your secrets. Now you know mine. Don't tell nobody." I was like, he didn't need to do that.
No.
But it's Game of Thrones, so that's why he did that. He went up to him and said that shit and like held a long conversation with him. And so let me I don't mean to jump forward too much, but when you saw him getting his face punched in at the end, were you surprised?
I mean,
yeah, I was, because I thought Damon was the one that was going to be causing all this shit at the wedding.
Yes.
And because in the preview they showed like, obviously they showed Kristen, they showed that strong guy jumping in.
Yeah.
They showed Damon and all this shit. I was like, oh fuck, what's he doing? And then like the crowd disperses and you see Joffrey there with this fucking fate like caved in. I was like,
his face was like, it was nasty.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. And I was like, in my head, I'm wondering if
yes.
I was wondering when I was watching it, did like he say something else to provoke him, or did Kristen just kind of snap because of all the snapped. Because now Allison knows, this random fucking guy knows, and it's like, and he has to sit here and watch the chick he like is in love with get married to him. Like, fuck. Yeah, I think he just snapped, honestly.
Yeah, I think Ryan Condal, one of the showrunners, like mentioned he just snaps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did say that post show. He did. He just yeah. So
he had his Joker moment.
Yeah,
for real. Yeah.
It's like we live in a society.
Also,
when you summon me, can you refer to me as Joker?
Yeah.
Also, real quick, watching that take place, everything unfold. At one point, I was like, first off, Rhaenyra's down there. You don't know where she's at. What you doing, Daenerys? What are you? He just stood there. He was like, and just looking.
The fuck's he gonna do?
Yeah.
His arm is fucking.
He can't run.
Oh yeah, I got that. I'm just saying, like, he didn't even order anybody.
Yeah,
to
he
go
took
down.
way too long to tell.
Yeah, and I was like, your daughter's down there, and shit's going down right now. What the fuck? And he was just like looking, and then damn it, who finally said? Oh, the hand sent
Harwin Strong.
Yes, yeah, he sent him down there. He picked her up and got her out of there and shit. So that's another thing the new hand has on the king. Now he's like, yo, I pulled your daughter up out of there, bruh. You didn't do shit. I sent my man down. Whatever. I don't think he's gonna say it like that, but if he does, but anyway, but so he comes and gets her, but then once the thing clears and you see it, you're like, God damn, Sir Cole. He's fucking. I'm like, yo, obviously we've seen such a thing in Game of Thrones. The Viper got.
I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought he was going to fucking. Yeah, I thought his thumbs were going to go into his eyes.
Yeah, I was like, oh man. And then obviously you had to see the kid come back. Like once he what's going on? He's like, oh, my boyfriend. And he's seen him. He was all fucked up. And then obviously, so I wasn't surprised that Daenerys was like, yo, let's get this wedding out of the fucking way before something else happens. Like they immediately had a wedding,
especially because he saw fucking Daemon and Rhaenyra getting all close in the crowd.
That's another thing, and I was like, but in actuality, what he saw, he thought he was seeing what he thought people had told him before, but in reality, they were talking shit to each other. Like it was a little too sensual. It was a little too close.
Man, Daemon like grabbed her face and everything. I was like, damn. I mean, she's literally like, kill my father's Kingsguard and take me to Dragonstone and marry me now.
Yes, yeah. And then he's like, and then obviously that shit popped off, which I'd like to see like when it popped off. Because like you guys were saying, like when it did pop off, I was like, what did Daemon do? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because it just he was right there.
Yeah.
And then obviously you get to that. And
it was funny. I was like craning my neck. I'm I can't see over these people.
To move, please.
I was doing that
What's happening?
Down in front, move.
They continuously would show this camera shot over the back of the king's table overlooking the ballroom. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? You couldn't see it. I'm like, I'm looking just like them. Yeah. Breaking my neck just like Viserys. I was like, yo, what the fuck? But yeah, so we saw that shit, and So the episode pretty much ends with that. Like I said, he presents like,
well, Kristen tries to fucking kill himself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And Allison shows up and she's like, Sir Kristen Cole. And he stops. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And you know what I'm saying? Like that was such a scene where I thought that was it for him.
Yeah.
Because it seemed as though for me, like just watching it, like I thought it's 5. We've been talking about this the entire season. It's 5 episodes in. It's about time to take that turn because of the other actors and stuff. So like when I saw that happen, I was like, oh man, he's about to kill himself. Holy shit. And then she comes out there and says something to him. So yeah.
Yeah, he walks out with his armor and he's pulling out the sword, and I'm like, no.
Later, Rhea was actually bad as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Just mad he couldn't handle a grown woman who talked. Yeah, that's
which
let's
that
be
is
real.
True because
yes.
even Rhaenyra was kind of giving him shit on the dance floor or whatever, and you could tell he was getting pissed, dude.
Yeah, like, he can't. Yeah, and so later Rhea was what obviously was his. She gave him some. Obviously, he went the cowardly route and murked her off or whatever. But like at the same time, that is true. As we look forward in this series when it comes to Daemon, and when he was about to walk off and she's like, oh, you couldn't even finish it, you punk ass. If she'd have said the words, you punk ass bitch, I would have fucking did a backflip in my living room watching that shit. That would have been as fuck.
I feel like she said that with a double meaning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. She's just like, you couldn't even finish it, which is basically saying you couldn't even have, we don't have heirs coming out of my damn JJ because
but
JJ couldn't even finish.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Which is kind of a callback to the first episode because he couldn't finish then either.
Yep, I remember.
Very true. Matter of fact, I don't think we've ever seen him finish.
The only thing he finished was the crab.
No, we didn't. No, but we didn't see it though.
Anytime he has like oh yeah.
We didn't see him finish the crab. He went into the cave and came back out with like a sliced body.
Oh, I was talking about coming.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Please, somebody else say something now.
Oh man! All right, so
I think I'm not gonna come.
This is perfect for right now.
All right, everyone, chill.
Okay,
that movie's still funny.
This one.
Nothing's fair about anything anymore. It's who you know and who you blow.
Very true. Very true, Joe.
All right, go ahead, Phil. What was you about to say?
I was just agreeing with Arnold. Chill. That movie's funny.
Everybody just chill.
That movie's funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the fact that they got him. So I almost put together a couple things, but because I just got this feeling, and then once I saw the which we'll take a look at in just a minute, the preview for the next episode. I almost put together something to shout out to the actors. I don't know if they're going to make their way back to the show once they're gone. The young actors is what I'm saying. None of them died, but just the young actors who have brought us this far in the show because they're phenomenal, dude. They're phenomenal. They're all just great. They're great. Even the young kid who just now started as Rhaenyra's husband or whatever. Like that dude. I think this is what it's like the second episode he's been in so far.
Something like that.
Yeah. So like these kids have been fucking absolutely incredible. I call them kids, but they all have to be 18 to film some of the scenes they filmed in this motherfucker. So let's be clear, they're not kids, but the young actors who are handing off the
reins
torch,
to the older actors.
The reins to the older actors to finish up this particular series, or not this series, but this season of House of the Dragon. What?
I said the reigns of Castamere.
Oh, the young fire episode. If you
let's go.
But yeah, so overall, what you guys think, man? Overall, man, we're as far as it looks like well, it doesn't look like we are technically at the midpoint with the first season of House of the Dragon. 5 episodes in, 5 more to go. Meg, I'll start with you. Like, what's your just like? How does the show hit you?
I fucking love it, dude.
Yes.
Game of Thrones is just like my shit, you know. So, I was a little like leery because I didn't know much about the characters and shit. Like we've talked about it, how we were all worried that like we weren't gonna be able to follow what's going along because you know we're just so used to the shit that happens later. But I think we all are having a really good time, and it's not hard to follow. They explain things really well, and I'm glad that they're doing like the time jumps and stuff because I feel like it's gonna like really ramp up here soon. But yeah, dude, I love it. I love the castings. I'm really excited to see the older versions of Alicent and Rhaenyra.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, dude, it's great. I love all the dragons. Like when they were flying their dragons together in this episode, that was cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
So Phil, with so far 5 episodes in, man.
Hasn't missed a beat.
Mm-mm.
Not missed a beat. It's absolutely spectacular. Right there with you in regards to pacing. I think given the way they're trying to tell this story, it is being paced as well as it could have been. It's a little bittersweet to see you know, the 2 actresses playing Rhaenyra and Alicent kind of, you know, depart for now, because I did see somewhere that they're in talks to maybe come back for the 2nd season in some flashbacky type of roles, which would be cool. But much like Meg, I'm also excited to see the older versions. Because just based on that episode 6 trailer, there's gonna be some shit that happens. In the 6th episode.
We're gonna watch it here in a second. But yes, Ryan, yes, the girls, they were so good, man. And it's a thing, like I said, we're thronies. So like we've seen like Maisie Williams, she fucking murdered Arya Stark in Game of Thrones. And you could say what you know as a young child when she started it, and she wasn't the only one, but like that's one of my favorite characters from that entire thing. So like seeing her grow from where she was in the first season of Game of Thrones to where she ended up. So that's they do tend to find really good actors and actresses that can come in here and they can like do it for a number of years in a row. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always easy to revisit a character. Some actors get bored with that type of shit. And so like they've been able to do it, and they've been able to give them the writers and showrunners like really like interesting stuff to like keep them interested going forward. And plus I'm sure like it's especially with Game of Thrones, they probably the actors probably signed on for at least a few seasons before they, went forward and stuff like that. So Joey, man, 5 episodes in, what you got, man?
It's really kind of flown by. It's crazy. Like, just like, I think it's just because we've been so hyped for them that like, that's why this season's kind of just gone by really fast. But no, I love it. Like it's just, it gets better each episode. I'm kind of with Meg that like, I appreciate the time jumps because you're kind of weeding out like not unnecessary stuff, but it's like, if they are coming back for flashbacks, then that'll show like it would serve like it's probably scenes that would serve better as flashbacks to give more context and stuff or whatever. But it's also kind of allowed especially for the actresses playing Rhaenyra and Alicent to like they've become like fan favorites in 5 episodes. It's insane. Like that doesn't happen a lot with shows. So it's just the fact that they've been able to do that in such a short amount of time kind of speaks to the writing and performance of the actresses. But yeah, I can't wait for to see where the rest of this season goes. And I can never remember if they announced like how many seasons there's going to be, but like I'm just
I think aren't they shooting for like 4 or 5?
I think it was 5.
Probably,
yeah. Which would yes, that's and look with 5 seasons, that's for sure going to lead almost right up to the doorstep of Game of Thrones, man.
Actually, Joey told me he thinks House of Dragon is woke BS.
What?
So.
What?
Yeah, he told me that. He messaged me that just now and said
That's
women, am
Ghost
I
Rider?
right?
Appreciate you,
that's
Rhea.
pretty false. That's pretty.
Bananas.
Alright.
Hopefully, Rhea, you can join us next time. Ryan, too, man, jump on the show, man. It says I'm not gonna finish. Yeah, go finish editing your show, man. Appreciate you stopping through, man, and talk some House of the Dragon with us. And my
Well done.
Yeah. But yeah, yo, I'm enjoying it just as much as you guys are, and I'm looking forward to the last 5 episodes in the season and to see how they ended off. Obviously, you know what I'm about to show you guys. Obviously, a time jump. So let's take a look at the tease for. I don't think this is just. Whoa!
What happened?
Killing me.
That's the next
With these
episode. That's
nuts.
crazy.
Now who wanna suck my pussy?
What happened in episode 6?
That was Renera when she was talking to
Oh, was she
Sir
talking to Sir
Kristen.
Cole?
yeah.
Look at Phil's face, like what happened just now?
Suck my
Phil, welcome to Rose Fine. But anyway, let me bring this up real quick.
Oh my god.
She said that was right near after she left the brothel. And like,
Seriously.
Sir Cole, anybody? Yo, who wanna? Yeah, all right. So anyway,
Oh, you're getting lightheaded.
all right. So here is the tease for. I don't think this is just if this is all in episode 6. This is a lot, but I think this is for the second half of the season mostly.
Yeah.
But let's go. Y'all hear that?
We should address the latest developments in the Stepstones, my lords.
Where, I wonder, is our Prince Damon?
It was a decade ago, and he has since left the region undefended.
We have left it undefended.
My queen?
What are children but a weakness? Through them, you imagine you will persist forever.
You will be our king. We are the
Fool's got
blood
some
of all
Joffrey
warriors.
vibes.
But for them, you surrender what you should not. A father compromised by the acts of a son.
Is he missing an arm?
To have one
Probably.
child like that is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult.
People have eyes.
The consequences of an allegation like the one you twat would be dire.
Dracarys!
Dang.
God, Viserys looks like he just drank from the wrong grail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, he's like, you chose poorly. Hold on, I want to see if he's missing an arm because Phil said that, and I was like, yo, wait, what? It's not there.
I think it's further ahead.
Yeah.
Is it ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
The kid that got to play Aegon looks like an evil Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah,
Yes,
he does.
he looks just that's. I was like, yo, he looks familiar. Is it? Wait, hold on. Tell me where it is,
But
man.
for them, you surrender what you should not.
I think it's after this.
A father compromised by the acts of a son.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me go back. Mm-hmm.
That looks like Sir Christian Cole.
No, that's Harwin.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gone right there. It looks like it's gone, bro.
Bro, he's
Bro,
nasty.
He looks. Yo, he's just gonna survive until.
It's just
I
gonna
don't know
be,
why.
bro. He's gonna be like the grandma in that episode of SpongeBob. He's just a fucking spine and a head.
Bro.
Oh God.
If they show him blowing away like they showed
Melisandre.
Melisandre, just like because he's just so old, he just fucking just disappeared. Yo, that's not even the worst shot of him is that man, where he's on that hold on, where's it at? Let me see if I can find it. He's sitting on the that.
Right
I was like, bro, come on, homie. Days are done for you, Viserys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. His
I
hair looks
appreciate you,
super
homie,
gray
but
right there. My God.
woo, that's yeah. And look at the hand. He's just like, yo, I've done this. He's got his fucking
his shit went from like kind of a reddish brown to you can see the gray streaks on both sides of his hair now.
Yeah, no, Viserys shit went through. You could see through to my skull right now. Like it just looks bad, dude. It just so so there you go. That's what we got coming up for us for House of the Dragon. Show us look absolutely incredible. Just wouldn't have expected anything less from Game of Thrones, considering that like all of us have watched the entire the first series or whatever, and it was impressive and great and awesome and all of those things. And so with this one, I think they learned a few things from maybe, if you want to call them missteps from Game of Thrones, the original. They said, yo, let's take this, let's do this, this, and this. And it's moving rather rapidly, but still we might get 5 seasons out of that, which they have to, what was it, 170 years? What the first episode to Daenerys?
Yes.
Okay, so that's they're gonna fast track those, so that makes sense, man. It makes sense. Obviously, we saw with the little showrunner dip the fuck out after this one, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. But we appreciate you guys watching, man. This is another episode of what the fuck.
What?
Fuck, it was wild on TV. Sorry. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Like, I didn't know we changed the fucking show name on it.
From Throne Zone to the fuck.
The fuck?
The fuck, man. That's what the name of it is, man. Yeah. What you getting some bananas for sure? Yeah. The fuck. I'm gonna finish editing. Yeah.
She's not getting bananas.
She's not getting bananas. She said the show's getting bananas.
Oh, okay. I'm tripping. Sorry.
Banana does sound pretty good right now, though.
Yeah, bananas on fire. But whatever. All right. Anyway, so see you guys next week. Appreciate y'all watching. Watch if you haven't seen the episode and you watch this, you got some shit spoiled for you. But at the same time, it's all moving towards the same end. But we'll be along for the ride.
Yarp.
What was that mean? Anyway, all right. See y'all next week.
Bye.
Look for the outro. Here we go.